What's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today the New Orleans Saints have signed former Chief running back Darrel Williams. I really like this addition for the New Orleans Saints. They have taken a couple hits to the running back position early on. Alvin Kamara will be out for the first 3 games of the season with a suspension. In yesterday's preseason opener against the Kansas City Chiefs, Kendre Miller, 3rd-round draft pick from TCU, who should be a stud in my opinion, got hurt, got an MRI, and will be out for a couple weeks, but could come back week 1. But there is a chance he might miss the first couple weeks of the season, and he was going to be their backup running back while Kamara was out, and would probably be their 3rd string running back once Kamara came back. So Miller's out. Also, one of their backup running backs, Eno Benjamin, tore his ACL, so he's out for the season. Kamara's missing the first 3 weeks. And not only that, is Kamara missing the first 3 weeks, and Benjamin's out for the year, but Miller might miss the first couple weeks of the season, but could be back week 1. And then after that, after some of those guys that are injured, all you have is Jamal Williams. So I think this is a good addition. Williams, who only played 6 games with the Cardinals last year, had a really solid season in 2021 with the Kansas City Chiefs. This season with the Cardinals, played in 6 games with 21 rushing attempts, with 101 rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown, with his longest run being 30 yards. He averaged 17 yards per game with 5 yards per carry. So it was really solid. But his best season in his career with the Chiefs was in 2021, where he had 17 games played, 7 game starts, 144 rushing attempts with 560 rushing yards and 6 rushing touchdowns. So that was his best year in the NFL. And then he spent his first 4 seasons in the NFL with the Chiefs. From 2018 through 2019 and 2020, he was not that great for the Chiefs. 2018 only had 13 rushing attempts with 44 rushing yards. 2019 only had 140. Well, he had 140 in 2019. He had 141 rushing yards. That only had 141 rushing yards, but he did have three rushing touchdowns, and he had a receiving touchdown that year as well. So he might have only, his yards weren't too high in 2019, but he did have 4 touchdowns for the Chiefs in 2019. And then 2020 for the Chiefs, he had 100. That's the Super Bowl year. Had 170 rushing yards for 1 rushing touchdown. And he had 116 receiving yards. So that's been his stats in his career so far. Use more thoughts on the addition for the New Orleans Saints. I think this is very needed with Kamara being out for the first 3 weeks due to suspension. Kendre Miller, 3rd-round pick, might miss the first couple weeks of the season. If not the first couple weeks of the season, he'll be out for the rest of the preseason in training camp. Eno Benjamin is gone. So right now they do have Kamara, because Kamara is able to be at training camp and preseason. But they only have Kamara and Williams. Besides that, there's not really somebody I think can step up for them. So Miller's gone, Benjamin's gone. They needed to add somebody in, and I think that's what they're doing here with Darrel Williams. I think this is a good pickup here for this New Orleans Saints after they just beat his former team, the Kansas City Chiefs, in week 1 of the preseason with a game-winning field goal, 26-24. You have some more thoughts on the addition for the New Orleans Saints. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.